All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're talking about an amazing story of surgical creativity. A case where doctors were staring at a literal ticking time bomb inside a patient, and they had to pretty much invent a solution on the spot, using this incredible technique known as chimneys.
So, it all starts with this. What you're looking at is the aorta, the main superhighway for blood in your body. And that bulge, that's a super dangerous weak spot in an 82-year-old man, and it was threatening to burst at any second. This isn't just a medical problem, it's a full-blown crisis.
Yeah, the medical team was staring down a very, very real clock. This man's life was on the line, and it was up to them to figure out how to defuse this thing, and fast. Now, the official diagnosis here is a pararenal penetrating aortic ulcer. I know, that's a mouthful, so let's just break that down. A penetrating ulcer basically means the inner wall of that artery has been eaten away, creating this really fragile bulge. And pararenal? That's the scary part. It means it's located right next to the arteries that feed the kidneys. So any fix you try could accidentally cut off blood flow to these absolutely vital organs.
And as if that wasn't complicated enough, this particular patient's anatomy turned what was already a high-stakes operation into a complex puzzle with, well, no easy answers.
Okay, so here's the heart of the problem. Normally, to fix something like this, surgeons slide in a special tube called a stent graft. But to do that, they need a little bit of healthy artery to anchor it to. Surgeons call it a neck. This patient? He had no neck. The damage went right up to the doorstep of his kidney arteries. In fact, one of them was literally growing out of the weakened area itself. There was just no safe place to land a standard repair device. On top of this anatomical nightmare, the patient himself was incredibly high risk. A heavy smoker, diabetes, kidney problems, he'd just gotten a pacemaker. All of this meant that a big, traditional open surgery, where they would actually cut him open to fix the aorta, was completely off the table. It would have been way, way too dangerous for him. So, let's just recap the situation. Open surgery, too risky. A standard stent graft, physically impossible because of his anatomy. Well, what about a custom-built device made just for him? That would take weeks to manufacture, and with that thing ready to pop at any moment, he just didn't have weeks. They were totally out of standard options and running out of time. And this is where the genius kicks in. When the regular playbook just doesn't work, you've got to write a new one. The team decided to try a really creative, really elegant solution called the chimney technique. So how does this work? It is brilliant. First, they put the main stent graft in, lining the aorta and covering up that dangerous ulcer. Think of it like a new pipe inside the old one. But of course, that blocks off the exits to the kidneys. So for step 2, they slide smaller stents inside that main one. They run up alongside it, parallel, like chimneys on a roof, creating brand new protected channels for blood to get to the kidneys. So they have their plan. It's bold, it's innovative. They head into the operating room. But, as you know, even the most brilliant plan can run into some unexpected problems. Before they could even think about fixing the aorta, they hit a roadblock. I mean, a literal one. The highway they needed to use to get all their equipment up there, the iliac artery in the patient's leg, was almost completely blocked with hardened plaque. It was like trying to drive a semi-truck through a tunnel that's caving in. And the way they solved this is just incredible. To clear that blockage, they used a device that's basically a sonic jackhammer for your arteries. It's called shockwave intravascular lithotripsy. It sends out sonic pressure waves that safely crack and break up all that hardened plaque from the inside, clearing the path without any major cutting. Just amazing technology. Okay, path cleared. Now the main event can begin. What you're seeing here is just, wow, it's an incredibly delicate first step. The surgeons are carefully threading these tiny little guide wires all the way from an entry point near the shoulder down into the aorta and then into those tiny renal arteries. This is basically the scaffolding that they're going to build the chimneys on. And with that scaffolding in place, now you can actually see the chimney grafts themselves being slid into position. They're advanced right alongside the main aortic graft, and you can really see that parallel structure that gives the whole technique its name. The precision required here is just on another level. So after hours of this intense, high-tech work, the big moment arrives. Did it work? Did they actually manage to defuse that ticking bomb? And the answer is a huge, resounding yes. Just look at this. On the left, you see that dangerous bulging ulcer. And on the right, the final result. The main graft has totally sealed off the aneurysm, no more pressure on that weak wall. And you can clearly see those two chimney grafts doing their job, keeping the blood flowing perfectly to the kidneys. It's a textbook perfect repair. And the best part, this wasn't just a temporary fix. That number you're looking at, 6, that stands for 6 months. At the crucial 6-month follow-up, the patient's status was completely uneventful. The fix was holding strong, and his life was no longer in danger.
A successful outcome like that isn't just an endpoint. It's really a starting point. It forces us to look past this one case and think about what this means for the future of surgery itself.
So why is this technique such a game changer? Well, the biggest thing is that it uses standard, off-the-shelf parts. There's no waiting for a custom device, which makes it absolutely crucial for emergencies. It opens up new options for patients with tricky anatomy who might not have had any before. It lets them avoid massive open surgery, and it can even be used to fix other grafts that have failed. It's just an incredibly versatile and life-saving tool for surgeons to have.
At the end of the day, for this one 82-year-old man, the difference between life and death was a team willing to get creative. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? How many more lives could be saved if we're willing to look at a problem not as a dead end, but as a chance to completely rethink the rulebook?